Hi, my name is Miss Carolyn, and I'm one of the pediatric trauma nurses, and I want to make sure that you have the best care that you can receive. I love puppy dogs, and my dog's name is Charlie Brown. He has a blue eye and he has a brown eye, and he's the lovingest puppy you will ever see. I'm going to read the story today. Stars will twinkle, the sun will shine. Come on, Rexy, let's play chase. Olivia called her puppy as she ran outside. Rexy wagged his tail and scampered out right behind her. But Olivia couldn't play with Rexy after all. She was suddenly so tired and she couldn't run. She plopped down on a chair instead. Olivia rubbed her legs. Her legs had been hurting a lot lately. She stared at the new bruises on her arms and her legs. She had lots of bruises. Olivia's head hurt and she felt hot. Her head had been hurting a lot lately. Mommy came outside with a worried look on her face. She touched her hand to Olivia's forehead, checking for a fever. You seem to be under the weather again today, she said. Olivia knew under the weather meant she didn't feel well, and she knew Mommy was right. Mommy scooped Olivia up in a big hug and carried her back inside. Olivia snuggled up on the couch with Boo Bunny and her favorite blanket. Rexy curled next to her, but he did not wag his tail. Nana came over to stay with Olivia while Mommy went to work. There would be no kindergarten for Olivia that day. Mommy kissed her goodbye and promised to be back later to take her to the doctor. Nana offered to read Olivia's favorite books to her, but Olivia just wanted to take a nap. When Olivia woke up, Nana made her favorite lunch, a grilled cheese sandwich. But Olivia wasn't hungry. When Daniel, Olivia's big brother, came home from school, he was sad to see that Olivia didn't have enough energy to play with him. Mommy came home and took Olivia to see the doctor. A nurse took Olivia's temperature, checked her weight, and wrapped a cuff around her arm to take her blood pressure. She even pricked Olivia's finger to get a drop of blood. It hurt a little bit, but not too much. Then Dr. Susan came in. Hi, Olivia, she said. I'm sorry to hear that you're under the weather. The doctor felt Olivia's tummy. She touched around her neck and under her arms. She looked at all of her bruises. After Olivia was checked out from head to toe, Dr. Susan said she needed to see another very special doctor for more tests. On the way home, Olivia and Mommy stopped for super delicious ice cream cones. Olivia hadn't been eating very much the last few days, but those cones sure were yummy. When it was time to go to the special doctor, Daddy took Olivia. He told her this kind of doctor was called a pediatric hematologist oncologist. On the way to the doctor's office, Daddy and Olivia practiced saying pediatric hematologist oncologist over and over again because they were pretty big words. By the time they arrived, Olivia could say all three of those big words, no problem. While they waited to see the doctor, Daddy reminded her of their special rhyme. Stars will twinkle, the sun will shine. I'll be okay, I'll be just fine. It always helped when Olivia was feeling a little nervous. The pediatric hematologist oncologist's name was Dr. Ethan. He was amazed that Olivia could say the words pediatric hematologist oncologist, no problem. He checked Olivia from head to toe just as Dr. Susan and the nurse had done. This time the blood was taken from a vein in her arm. Getting pricked in her arm wasn't fun, but Daddy held her hand. They looked into each other's eyes and repeated, "Stars will twinkle, the sun will shine. I'll be okay. I'll be just fine." And soon it was all over. Daddy and Dr. Ethan talked quietly while Olivia looked at a book. Then Daddy sat with Olivia and told her that Dr. Ethan said she had leukemia. Another big word. "What is leukemia?" Olivia asked. "Let's ask Dr. Ethan to explain," Daddy said. "We all have lots and lots of cells inside our bodies," Dr. Ethan said. "When there are cells inside our blood that are not working right, sometimes that means we have leukemia. It's a kind of cancer. And that's what is happening to you, Olivia. We're going to give you some special medicine here at the hospital. It will get rid of the cells that aren't working quite right, so that the rest of your cells can work better. You will stay in Pediatrics, the children's unit, on the 3rd floor, and I'll be visiting you every day." When Olivia and Daddy left Dr. Ethan's office, they headed to the elevator, which would take them to the pediatric floor. Mommy was on her way to meet them. She'd bring Olivia's suitcase and, of course, her rainbow blanket. "I'm going to miss Boo Bunny, and Boo Bunny will miss me too if she can't stay," Olivia told Daddy. "No need to worry about that," Daddy said. "Boo Bunny will be right here with you." "Hooray!" Olivia said, and she smiled. Olivia was at the hospital. She had a kind of cancer in her blood called leukemia. The doctors and nurses at the hospital were going to help her get better. When Mommy arrived, she helped Olivia and Boo Bunny settle into their room. Olivia put on a sunny hospital gown while Mommy unpacked her suitcase. "I'm a little scared, Mommy," Olivia whispered. "And I already miss Daniel and Rexy." Together, Mommy and Olivia said their special rhyme. "Stars will twinkle, the sun will shine. I'll be okay, I'll be just fine." Soon Olivia was feeling much better. When Olivia's doctor, Dr. Ethan, came to visit, she said, "I've been practicing saying leukemia. It is an important word." "You get a gold star for that one," Dr. Ethan said, and he pulled out a star sticker from his pocket. Then he taught her another big word, sedation. "It's a kind of medicine that will make you very sleepy," he said. "You'll take a nap in a bright, clean room called an OR. That's short for operating room. While you're sleeping, the doctors will do their test and place your report. You won't feel a thing." After Dr. Ethan left, 2 nurses came in to say hello. Nurse Mela was sweet and Nurse Carlos was funny. Then a kind lady came to take Olivia to the OR. Mommy and Daddy walked next to her. Together they quietly whispered their special rhyme to chase away their fears. In the OR, Olivia kept saying, "Stars will twinkle," until she fell asleep. When Olivia woke up, she was back in her hospital room, all tucked in with Boo Bunny. A tray with chicken noodle soup was next to her bed, and she was hungry. Olivia's hip hurt, so she asked Nurse Mela about it. "Our bones are filled with marrow. The doctors took some marrow out of your hip bone to be tested," Nurse Mela said. "But don't worry, it won't hurt for long." Olivia's chest hurt too. There was tape on it, and it was itchy and uncomfortable. "That's where the doctors put your port," Nurse Mela said. "Some of your medicine will go in through the port. We can also use it to put blood in or take blood out. Soon you won't even know it's there." That evening, Olivia played Go Fish with Mommy and Daddy, and then Mommy read her book. When Olivia's eyes began to droop, Mommy kissed her goodnight and promised to be back in the morning. Daddy stayed right next to Olivia all night. Just as Mommy promised, she was back the next morning. The nurses were in and out of Olivia's room all day long, taking her temperature, checking her blood pressure, and bringing her medicine. Olivia even learned how to swallow pills. Mommy and Daddy and the nurses were so proud of her. Dr. Ethan stopped by to make sure Olivia was doing well. Nana came to visit that afternoon and brought Olivia a big book all about superheroes. They curled up together as Nana read the book to her. When they turned to the last page, there was a picture of Olivia taped inside. "That's me!" she giggled. By the end of the day, Olivia was very tired. This time, Mommy was going to spend the night with her. Olivia was glad that Mommy was staying, but she didn't want to say goodbye to Daddy, and she started to cry. Daddy hugged her close. He needed to go home to take care of her big brother, Daniel, and their dog, Rexy. Daddy said, "I'll call you in a little while so we can say good night." Olivia wiped her eyes. It wasn't easy, but she understood. Daddy gave her an extra big hug and said, "Stars will twinkle and the sun will shine. I'll be okay. I'll be just fine," Olivia finished. The next day, Nurse Malaya helped Olivia walk down the hall to the playroom. They walked slowly, and Olivia pushed her IV pole along with her. The playroom was filled with all sorts of toys and games. Mommy and Olivia played until it was time for chemo. Chemo, or chemotherapy, is a kind of medicine that fights cancer. It went into Olivia's body through her port. It didn't hurt one bit. Olivia looked at books and watched TV while the medicine dripped in. She even took a little nap. When Big Brother Daniel came to visit, Olivia was so glad to see him. That is, until he said he wouldn't be able to visit on days when he had soccer practice or a game. That news made Olivia angry. She wanted Daniel to visit every day. But when he pulled out a present, she quickly cheered up again. Daniel's present was a big poster board and a book of stickers. Olivia stuck the sticker from Dr. Ethan on her poster, and Daniel added a sticker of a puppy because Olivia loved Rexy. Rexy was the one member of the family who couldn't visit Olivia in the hospital, and she missed her puppy so much. Then one day, a child life specialist named Anna came to visit and brought along a beautiful dog named Dorado. Dorado was a hospital therapy dog. Olivia could pet her for as long as she wanted. One day, Olivia met a boy named Jackson in the playroom. They quickly became friends. Jackson had a different kind of leukemia, but they were both getting chemo. Even though they knew that chemo could help them get better, it made them feel sick some days. It was good to have a friend who understood. The chemo made both Olivia and Jackson lose their hair. Some days they wore hats and caps to cover their heads. Olivia's favorite was a unicorn hat, while Jackson liked his baseball cap best. On other days, they liked to put them away and just be natural. At times, they wore masks so they wouldn't get germs from other people. One day, Olivia's teacher came and brought cards and drawings from all her classmates. Another day, Olivia's Aunt Alyssa and Uncle Jordan came to visit and brought a new art set for her. They told knock-knock jokes until Olivia's cheeks hurt from laughing. There were days when Olivia was so tired she just wanted to curl up in bed with Boo Bunny. Other days, she had plenty of energy and couldn't wait to play with Jackson or to see Anna, the child life specialist. They drew pictures, and Anna would tell her stories. Some days, Olivia's tummy was upset and she couldn't eat much. Other days, she was extra hungry. Then one day, Olivia decided she was tired of chemo. She just wanted to go outside and play. Anna came by and promised to show Olivia a very special place when her chemo treatment was over. After chemo, Anna took Olivia to see the magical garden. It was a lovely place, filled with trees and colorful flowers, and best of all, a tree house. Time passed, and Olivia felt like she had been in the hospital for such a long time. Her poster was almost completely filled with stickers, and people had written little notes and signed their names on it too. Nurse Carlos drew a picture of a little guy sticking his tongue out at the word leukemia. That made Olivia laugh. Mommy, Daddy, and Olivia were all looking at the poster together when Dr. Ethan came in. He handed Olivia a sticker of a house with the words, "Home Sweet Home," written across the bottom. "Olivia," he said, "it's time for you to go home." "Hooray!" they all shouted and gave each other big, happy hugs. Olivia knew she might have to come back to the hospital again, but for now she was ready to go. She would miss all the kind people who helped her get better. And she would really miss seeing her friend Jackson. When she said goodbye, everyone was happy for her. There were lots of thumbs up, high fives, and super bright smiles. Olivia was the happiest of them all. On the day Olivia came home from the hospital, Daniel and Nana were waiting on the front porch for her. When she stepped out of the car, they cheered and clapped and then rushed to scoop her up in the biggest of hugs. Rexy ran in circles all around them, barking and jumping until Olivia bent down to give him a belly rub. Olivia went to her room with Boo Bunny to unpack, and Rexy tagged along. Daddy hung up her poster from the hospital while Nana and Mommy warmed up chicken noodle soup and made her favorite grilled cheese sandwiches for lunch. Cupcakes with sprinkles for dessert were their happy-to-be-home treat. For the next few days, Olivia stayed home and played indoors. It was too chilly and rainy for her to go outside. Nana came over one afternoon for a tea party. She had even made tiny chocolate cookies for them to share. When the sun finally came out and the day was warm, Olivia went outside to play with Rexy and Daniel. Olivia's port was still in place, so she had to be careful of how she played. She went down the slide, and Nana pushed her on the swing. Olivia even played chase with Rexy for a few minutes. It felt great to play outside. When it was time for Olivia to return to school, she wore a new cap that her Aunt Alyssa had given her. It was purple with little red apples. Olivia was excited to see her teacher and her classmates, but she was a little nervous too. Olivia quietly repeated her "Stars will twinkle" rhyme on the way to school. Ms. Wood, Olivia's teacher, gave her a great big smile when she walked in the classroom. Everyone was happy to see her, but Olivia felt a little shy. When Ms. Wood asked Olivia if she would like to share any of her experiences in the hospital with her classmates, Olivia decided she wasn't ready to talk about that yet. "That's okay," said Ms. Wood. "You can share whenever you'd like." "Welcome back, Olivia." Later in the week, Ms. Wood announced that a special guest would be visiting their classroom. Anna, the child life specialist from the hospital, was coming to talk to the class about leukemia and what it meant for Olivia. Anna was way up high on Olivia's list of favorite people, and she couldn't wait to see her again. When Anna arrived in the classroom, she invited Olivia to stand next to her. That way, you can help me answer any questions, she said. Olivia felt pretty special as Anna told the children about chemo and how the medicine entered through Olivia's port. She explained why Olivia had lost her hair and that she might have to go back to the hospital in the future. Anna made sure the children understood they couldn't catch leukemia from someone else. Since Olivia could get sick easily, Anna also reminded everyone to wash their hands often and to cough into their elbows so that Olivia and all the children could stay as healthy as possible. Then it was Olivia's turn. With Anna by her side, she was ready to share. She told her classmates all about the playroom at the hospital, the magical garden, and her nurses and doctors. When they were through, Anna went to Daniel's classroom to talk to the students there, while Olivia's mom spoke with the school nurse. At school, Olivia was able to do most of the things her classmates did, though sometimes she didn't go to gym class. If they were doing a gentle activity like yoga, she would join in. But if they were playing something active like soccer, tag, or basketball, Olivia stayed in the school nurse's office because she had to protect the port in her chest. If Olivia forgot to be careful with her port, her classmates were helpful and reminded her. With everyone's help, Olivia soon settled back into school. Olivia continued to go to Dr. Ethan's office for checkups. She also went to a clinic for her chemo treatments and to get other medicines. On the days of her treatments, Olivia was often very tired and went to bed extra early. Olivia's schedule seemed to always be changing. She didn't go back to after-school care because Nana, Mommy, or Daddy would often pick her up from school early to take her to an appointment. On other days, she'd go right home after school to take a nap. Ever since Olivia came home from the hospital, she and her friend Tamara from down the street tried to find time to play together. Olivia's busy schedule made it hard, and if either of them had a cold or felt even a little bit sick, Tamara couldn't come to play. The good news was that when Tamara did come, she usually brought fresh baked cookies or a delicious lasagna that her mom made for Olivia's family. One morning, when Olivia woke up, she didn't feel well, and she had a fever. Dr. Ethan said she needed to go back to the hospital for a few days. Olivia and her parents returned to the pediatric unit, but this time she wasn't scared or nervous. She knew her friends at the hospital would do everything they could to help her get better. The not so good news was that Olivia couldn't have any visitors. Only Mommy and Daddy could stay with her, but they had to wear masks because Olivia had a slight fever. The good news was they looked so funny in their masks that it made Olivia laugh. A few days later, Olivia's temperature was back to normal, and she felt much better. It was almost time to go home again. But before she left, Olivia had to make an important stop. Her friend Jackson was still in the hospital, and she wanted to visit him. The two friends met in the magical garden. They talked and laughed and played, just like old times. Once again, Nana and Daniel hung up a welcome home sign for Olivia. This time there was chocolate cake and vanilla icing to celebrate. Daniel was happy that Olivia was home again, but he also felt a little jealous. He wanted a big sign with his name on it, too. Mommy and Daddy knew just what to do. With Olivia's help, they made a bright, colorful poster just for him. Daniel smiled the biggest smile and hung it on his bedroom door. Daniel Extra Special Big Brother. Weeks and months went by. Olivia was happy to be back in school and learning so many new things. She was careful to do all that the doctor said, so that someday soon she'd be good as new. Olivia got to play outside with Daniel and Rexy more often, and she had more play dates with Tamara. She didn't feel as tired as she used to, and she didn't have any bruises. Her hair began to grow back. She still went to see Dr. Ethan, and she still went to the clinic, but not quite as much. One night, Mommy and Daddy were reading books with Olivia before bedtime when she realized something. We haven't said our "Stars Will Twinkle" rhyme in a long time, she said. We haven't needed it lately, said Daddy. You're getting better, and the future looks bright. Everyday scientists and doctors are working hard to find better medicines and treatments so that someday soon children with leukemia can get better even faster. Every child will be able to get the medicine that is just right for them. Sleep tight, sleepyhead, Mommy whispered as she kissed Olivia goodnight. Sweet dreams, Olivia, Daddy said, and he gave her a gentle hug. Olivia and Boo Bunny snuggled under the covers and fell fast asleep.